Hello and welcome to the White Noise Podcast, episode 10!
Hey.
Double digits!
First milestone.
Yeah, we're going to party tonight, boys.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Do we?
What?
You got a party?
I said, are we going to party?
Oh, sorry. No.
Right.
This week I'm joined by Max Mutt,
Hey, guys, it's me, Max Mutt. Always a pleasure to be here. if you
Tom
know what I mean.
Looney. Rabbiting on there, Max. God. We have Cheeky Ethan in the corner.
Ethan.
No, you don't get a song. You earn the song on the 100th episode. And our debutant, Callad Gale.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Great to be here. Thank you. I get a chat.
Callad Gale.
Podcast one. That's a
Yeah.
statement. That's a statement.
It doesn't work. It's a lot to live up to.
It went well. No, it didn't. Well, your mic didn't work. This week we have such great stuff, such as who is Callad Gale? Callad, I've known you for how many years now?
It's gotta be good 6-7 years, yeah. It's been a while.
Jesus, pre-COVID.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
we
it was pre-COVID.
saw each other just before it hit.
A lot of people think that we were the reason it started. A lot of the intimate things we were doing.
I was eating a bad tea. That's silly.
Well, that's cute.
It's not the way I was doing it.
Oh, really?
It was fun.
If you ever seen Callad Gale eat lasagna, it's similar.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Yeah, it goes.
Shirt comes off.
Every
Face
shirt
in.
off, bare-chested. A lot of hair on that chest as well.
White sauce
Lasagna
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
Then just a big garlic bread just mopping it up. Yeah.
Mopping up that
That's why I
ass.
don't like garlic.
Really?
Yeah, it put me off. We were there hanging out with Howard from Halifax
What a day.
on the crest of a wave, enjoying life, and little did we know what was around the corner.
We were hearing his stories about Eddie Hearn, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
Remember how he was telling us that he was invited backstage with Eddie Hearn and AJ, which
Who's AJ?
Anthony Joshua.
Adam Johnson. Right. He told me a different story.
Two very different AJs.
I've been a lot of AJs in my time.
You know either of them?
Adam Johnson is a paedophile?
There it
Early
is.
with that. It's early with that.
Great work.
Paedophile.
No.
He has appeared on Match of the Day though many times.
He has?
So
Has he?
It fits,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Um,
we'll take the pros of the cons.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild day. That I remember. I'm really bad for. I don't tend to giggle in sketches unless I'm in a very small confined space.
That's because you do a lot with James Ormond.
That's true. Yeah, there's nothing funny
Not a
goes
lot of
on
laughs there.
No,
Doesn't
nothing
even
at
do
all.
a lot with James.
But I certainly don't laugh when I'm with that guy. But we were in. Was it Dave's car? It was a very tight car.
It might have been Dave's car, yeah.
And just every time Howard from Halifax
Dave having
popped
a
out
car.
from behind that seat, it got me every single
Oh,
time.
that was funny.
It's just it's a view you never expect to see.
True.
That was a call up I was not turning down. Do you want to come to Birmingham and hang out with Howard from Halifax? Yes, I do.
Who was there? Me, you, Dave.
And Max, wasn't it? You there?
Was it?
Cheers, Stephen. Yeah.
Sorry, Max.
My first day meeting Howard from Halifax. Halifax now part of the Lloyd CSB family.
He was a great guy,
I
Howard.
think he's just an ad. I don't know what the hell that was.
If
Thank
you're
you.
in for great interest rates, give him a call.
Not much interest rates going on here, Max. Lost the viewers. Anyway, Callad, we've also, had great times in a lift, in videos.
Yeah, well, again, put me in small spaces. It's,
Oh,
You just
yeah.
seem to do this where it's me, you, and sometimes a E-list celebrity.
Yeah, well, no, it's just
That could be
you
me
then,
or
so.
you. So, which one that is.
Anyway, Callad, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
You don't see us in the best of states because yesterday we did a great video about spill your guts and fill your guts.
Oh, nice.
There was a lot of horrible things on the line. Fish eyes, Viagra,
Ooh.
ghost chilies. Yeah,
Ooh.
Real roller coaster. This.
it
I
was.
enjoy 1 out of 3 of those things. I'm not talking
One
about
gets me
chilies.
erect.
Then there was a couple of bits that we made ourselves. Tom had a protein shake
Yeah.
that he'd made and left out.
It's left out for a bit, couple of days.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
You know how they turn, don't you?
But if you see the frame of me, I'm not a man that consumes a lot of protein shakes. So
Sour milk.
yeah, I can imagine not
Yeah.
nice.
For listeners, I thought he was a tripod for ages.
Massive penis.
Keep that bit in.
Okay.
Keep that bit in.
He says. And then, I made some. Well, I didn't make any veggies for Tom. I just found some that went off a month ago.
Nice.
put them in a Tupperware, left the lid off a little bit, and put them in the sunshine.
Ooh.
Genuinely,
Really cooked
the
up?
worst. That was, well,
Probably the easiest.
Was anyone
but
sick?
Max was.
that's just it.
Yeah, I was. It's a thing that I would do nowadays. It wasn't nice. A fisheye.
Was it any worse than Ryan's Come Dine With Me, though?
Or Ryan's eye.
Well, Ryan actually made some of his food.
He made his cheesecake, which was it was an improvement.
As a punishment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
wow.
great.
Because it was bad the first time. He has worked on the recipe. He's decided to chop it up less and just have it as a sort of like trail mix type of thing.
Nice.
With a lot of lemon.
And that's a cheesecake.
It's mad
Kind
how
of
he
a
thought
gooey
that
film.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bizarre.
I didn't have that on mine.
A little bit salty as well. Just,
I think he had a Viagra a few
Viagra
hours
in there.
before.
There's no chili in this.
Max, think of a gooey film. Flubber.
Flubber.
Yeah, nice. That's clever. That.
Hardly know her.
Did you do the comedy course?
I did. I was turned down for the comedy course.
What?
So
Were you?
The first and only?
Yeah, no. So I went. I spent £300 getting from Exeter to Manchester via plane because they gave me 2 days' notice. Didn't have the hindsight to just ask for them to move the date to maybe a bit later. Got there. I'd done a foundation degree in television and film beforehand.
Wow.
I did. What did I? I can't remember what piece I did in my audition, but I was with a girl who I never saw again, but she did Shrek, which I don't know if that counts as acting.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, it's a great film.
She did Shrek?
Yeah, as her audition piece. Yeah.
So,
As in the movie?
what was
Yeah,
the
like a bit
audition?
you just had to do like a 5-minute scene or something.
And
like
she
that.
did
on-
Shrek?
Yeah, she thought.
On your own?
Yeah, just to Richard.
What bit of Shrek did she do?
Did you not do that?
I don't.
So ours was there was a lot of people in a room.
She did Shrek?
No.
Yeah, but we had to
And
basically.
I didn't get in.
We played cat and mouse for ages. You know that game?
Oh, I heard about this one.
Yeah, so literally it was everyone, and then it's everyone. Jamali was in mine, and we also had a really old guy who fell down the stairs.
Was it you?
Oh, yeah. There is in those dance rooms, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, we basically said there was like, use the space, just move around, and when you feel like you want to deliver a part of what you've prepared, just do it.
It's so.
Donkey!
So yeah, it was madness.
There's no way I could do a monologue while someone is doing Shrek next to me. I just be like, what?
That was the thing. So I did a play that I'd seen like earlier that week. I couldn't even remember what it was. I did it. I thought it went okay, and then Richard, who was the head of the course, said, "We want to see how adaptable you are to this. Will you go underneath a table and perform it?"
Oh, he's
So I'm like, right, I was half expecting Ant and Dec to come out at some point. Like, so I get under this table, do it. I thought, right, this is a bit embarrassing, but it is what it is. He said, "Now do it again, but imagine you're speaking to a giant." And then I was thinking of the giant gingerbread man from Shrek because I was still confused by the brilliant performance I'd seen earlier. Then I did that, and then at the end he went, "Oh, I don't know if you've got
That shit.
the background to do comedy." Bear in mind, I'd done stand-up for like 2 years at this point. So
How can you perform under a table?
Shout
No, I
monologue
don't.
that you've and say, "Oh, you don't have the chops for comedy."
Yeah. What offended me as well is like your group have a lot of success that came from your year. Seeing some of the people that were on the course that did make it, with naming no names, some very nice people, but I thought, how did they make it ahead of me?
Did
Although people might watch this pod and think that's why you didn't make it.
I don't
so-
think it was. I don't think it was based on talent so much. It's probably
No.
just, oh, we've filled a quota, we're done.
Didn't they call you and ask you to come up?
You got scouted.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I called them and I said, "Look." So I did the audition. I said, "You know what? I don't want to go there. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to Southampton." And then the next show I went, "Look, I've done the audition already. Can I just come to it?" And they said, "Yeah, it's fine."
They said we've had some guy under a table. He's terrible. You're in.
That's so shit.
Got a standing ovation on my stand-up on the last performance I did.
Oh,
So
well done.
have that, Richard.
Was Richard there to see it?
He was. Yeah, he said very good.
Very good Shrek impressions.
Yeah.
Now come out from under that table.
So yeah.
That
So
is-
yeah, I did the medium performance in the end, which is
It's like, could he do it on a cold night in Stoke?
Yeah.
Could he do it under a table?
Can you do it when a corporate's gone wrong? You have to take shelter. You're still going to do your 20.
A monologue to a giant. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Try it under the table.
Just see his feet slowly coming up to it.
There was a
Carry
moment where I obviously got on my hands and knees to get under the table. I thought this isn't worth it. There's no drinks worth it.
But that was like our
But
first
you ignored that thought, didn't you?
Carried on because as you learn in improv, you've always got to say yes. So that's why I did. Yeah,
I remember auditioning for Salford, and I'd already done one for John Moore's in Liverpool, and that went really well. So I was thinking, oh, this comedy one will be somewhat similar, and I had to do the same monologue, but I also had jokes written. I don't think I even used the jokes. I was just doing this monologue, but there were 6 of us doing it at the same time, and I was like, oh, what's the point of this? I just lost faith in that. I'm not one of those who really commits to a bit. And I was just looking around thinking, this is shit. But I still got on.
Yeah. Did enough to get under a table. So congratulations.
I think in our year in particular, the fees had gone up to £9,000, and they were just like, let's take everyone in. There's £27,000. Thank you.
Of course, gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, because apparently now they're too good for people. They're turning people away.
Can't believe it, yeah.
People that are willing to get under a table.
You'll probably get a call now. Hey, we're getting the band back together.
You're not in it. We just wanted to let you know.
Could you play the castanets under a table? It was odd though. Were you bitter about the comedy students? Were you going, these
not
guys?
Not really, because I did a lot of the same modules. So
what did you do instead?
So I did media and performance instead. But I did literally every comedy module I could, so I effectively did the same stuff. So I kind of knew more people. So that's how I obviously met you guys through like James Ormerod, Dave Reese and all that.
Yeah. But you didn't have to do clowning.
I didn't have to do clowning.
Wow, so it's a win, really.
Yeah. Best of both worlds.
Yeah. How was that as a whole? How long did you do it for? Was it a term? Or
6 weeks. It was 6 weeks improv.
It was clowning
6 weeks
improv. Yeah, you did it.
Because I did improv, and I remember that. I remember that's just pretending, isn't it?
It is.
And then I got told I wasn't pretending correctly.
Yeah.
That was what
There's different ways you can fail in improv, isn't there, Max? You know.
Yeah, sure there is, yeah.
When you were the improv peasant.
Yeah, sure.
Just let the side down, me and Ryan polishing glasses. Max taking the scene away.
Yeah, taking it to place.
Sexualising Tom Manners.
Someone's got to do it.
Poor Tom.
Wasn't even in our scene. Just grabbed him. Yeah, I remember we did improv first, and then we could see the clowning students because it was like half our group did it, and you could see the look in their eyes at the break time, and they were like, "You got 6 weeks of that coming." So you could enjoy improv, but the thought was, "Oh no, you've got to do clowning soon."
Someone on our course got a first because his hat fell off.
Wow.
Genius.
And again, I couldn't get on the course. But your hat falls off.
But your hat was stuck on, man.
I'm getting under the table, but the hat is going nowhere.
If you'd have bashed your head getting under the table, well done.
Can I ask what the clowning practical is? Because I'm envisaging big red nose, silly hat, squirty flower.
Not far.
It's derived from that. So I mean, I guess it's like physical comedy, isn't it? And it's
What was your clown called? We all had to pick a name.
Oh.
Was it from like a horse racing?
It was a horse
thing?
racing.
Did you Simple Elegance? Was that you?
I think I was Idealism.
Oh,
yeah.
Your name's a horse, that.
I know.
I was the Black Ice Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
We just had to kind of did we have? We had to use the props.
You got me coming up. This Ice Man. Yeah.
Very controversial clown. Weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Black Ice Man, wow.
I've got a red nose though. No, not good enough, Max. Doesn't really cut it.
Desperately searching for more white face paint. It's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, awful. We had a lesson that was like you didn't have to go to it. It was like, I've got the room. You can come in and do some work if you want. Me and like 5 other people were in that room, and he came in and he went, "Oh, I completely forgot to tell you about the trip." I was like, we're like, "Oh, what do you mean?" He was like, "Oh, it's something you're going to get graded on. You walk and then you trip and then you look back and you point at it."
No, we learned that.
And you got graded on that?
It was like something else then, but it was like there was something that he taught us in that class.
Oh, we had a thing where you drop a bag and then you look back or something.
Yeah,
like
it was like a trip.
We did the trip. Was I with you for that?
I think
Might
so.
not. Oh,
Yeah, it was like literally.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
We were waiting in a line, weren't we,
yeah.
to go up one by one, and you had
Yeah.
to trip and then kind of look back and acknowledge the trip and carry on.
It's not quite on other courses when they go, oh, the teacher didn't teach us this module about, you know, arithmetic or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just tripping over something you do every day if you're a bit tired. It's not quite the same
Do you think,
level.
like Max, did it help you falling into the river on all those times? Do you think you kind of
Oh,
found
yeah,
shit?
yeah,
He
yeah.
couldn't be taught. He couldn't be taught. He had his methods. And they worked, you know.
Yeah,
Bloody worked.
excellent performances.
I think back to some of the early stuff. There was a thing we were doing where a few people went up and you had to have a word. Just coming to the front and saying toast. I had to do it about 20 times. Experimented with the way you said the word
I
toast.
called my dad on the Thursday
Yeah.
in tears saying, I can't do this. Fourth day of it.
Yeah.
First day, we had a clown doctor take us around the whole building, showing us doing a tour. Didn't point out the asbestos, which was apparently there, but it was, yeah, it wasn't great.
Where did you guys stay when you were at Salford?
Bramwell Court.
Well, boys.
I was
How
in
about
Eddie Coleman.
Ooh.
That was.
Oh, I went there for a week.
My mum cried when she left me there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
really?
It looks like a prison. It's literally a bed against a wall, a table.
Yeah.
I think my mum would have missed me, so I think
Yeah.
she was upset about that. But then she left me there, and there was one other lad there who's a good friend of mine now, a lad called Liam, but he's like 6'5", like the most mank bloke I've ever met in my life, and I'd never really been to Manchester before.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, "You're gonna." If one of you is the alpha in this place, it's not me. So yeah,
Is that how it turned out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, he was very.
So
much
she
a chap.
designated top and bottom before you.
It doesn't need to be like that, Mum. It's going to happen.
We can talk about no. Let's just cut out the middleman. You want to make friends? You got to do what the big guy tells you. But yeah,
There was a middleman.
Yeah, there was. But no, that was a tough year because that was just a miserable building. to be in.
Manchester is grey, but the sky there is somehow darker than anywhere else.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh,
it's-
the area around Salford Precinct is
yeah.
Bleak.
it's not
It's a
fun.
And I
bit
remember
bleak.
the advert video for the building because I wanted to stay in Peel Park and I
They
didn't
had an
get there.
advert for it.
They did. You didn't see any of the rooms, which should have been a sign.
Just a guy in the Bahamas.
But all it was a few kids outside playing basketball, and I
Oh
thought,
yeah, there's a.
I'm going to uni, maybe I'll take up basketball. And then there was one interview with a kid who just went, it's really nice here, I feel really safe because I'm right next to the police station. And I was like, I don't really need to, I've never thought that that's something I've needed in life.
Do you know, I came out of the gates one morning, and I was walking around the corner, and there was a guy who just looked shifty, and I was like, oh no. And there's isn't there like a dual carriageway?
Yeah.
So I ran up the verge of there, and then he ran up. I was like, why are you running up there? I've done something very weird. There's no reason you're doing that. Then I ran over to the middle of the dual carriageway because I was convinced he was after me at this point. And then he did that, and I just bolted.
Really?
But I was thinking, by the police station.
Yeah.
The video said.
He's probably trying to play basketball with you.
Yeah.
I
Did your
got
mum
chased
go-
around that area too.
Yeah, they must just get off on it.
Yeah.
It's not great.
But other than that, it's a fantastic uni. I had a great time when I was there.
And the course changed our life. We had a guy from the media one try and join ours.
Oh, yeah.
He did get on, but then
Underneath the
left.
table, please, can I join?
Yeah. God, it wasn't great. Anyway,
I think he regretted his decision, didn't he?
but he went back, yeah.
Yeah.
He fled. We have our patron special, which should be out by now. Spill your guts, fill your guts. Check it out. It's really good fun.
Yeah.
Great secrets divulged. Anything you'd ever want to know about us three, we may or may not say it. We may eat horrific things to keep it between us. £4 a month, you get 10 episodes we've filmed for Patreon only. A special where someone drinks wee, which is tame compared to what happens now.
I would have loved to have drunk wee yesterday.
I could
Yeah.
have done. I had the opportunity.
You do it now?
And again, Ryan didn't do anything, but he didn't have to be fair. But yeah, we've done 2 specials, and so far we're just consuming and doing really degrading things.
Yeah.
How was that? I hear the camping was an experience.
You're not wrong, Cal.
Yeah, it was lovely sort of spring evening, but it was a long day.
Very cold, I've heard.
Yeah, it was very cold. Me and Ryan were just in our coats, like little.
Nothing else.
No,
It's
yeah.
2 guys and nothing but coats.
Really tiring day.
Your mum came along and went, top, bottom, fine.
Why is Ryan top? I just know these things.
It's a mother's instinct, you
that
fool.
guy's a dominant man.
Callad, have you been up to anything fun recently? Oh, you
I went on holiday.
Hey.
Yes.
Well done.
Shout out Turkey.
with David Rees and
Just David Rees.
what?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
a minute.
No, good, because I know a guy who was going on holiday with you.
I know a guy who's
Yeah.
Closer to the Rhino.
going. Yeah.
Spent a lot of money to go.
He did, yeah, but he, for whatever reason, was unable to attend on the morning. So
Did he not book it off work? Was there?
I don't know the full T's and C's of what happened.
Jesus Christ.
But he
Something else
was,
must have come up.
yeah, he was unable to be there, which just left me and Dave on a what felt like a very awkward, a slightly romantic holiday together, just the two of us. There was about 700 couples.
700.
One more, yeah.
My God.
A lot of couples. there.
Genuinely, there was a bit,
It was. It wasn't. Joe. It was absolutely fine. The odd person would say you two are a couple, which doesn't offend me at all.
No.
What did offend me was how quick Dave was to say, "Nah,
I'm the
nah,
top."
I am the top."
I've asked his mum and she says it's fine.
Yeah, any time my mum always says I'm the bottom. It's weird.
I know me, boy.
No, he was like, "No, I ain't with him. Like he'd do well to get me," and I was like, "All right, Dave,
Yeah,
like,
it's going to put your nose
yeah,
out of
that
joint, isn't
upset me day one." But yeah, it was nice. We enjoyed some nice meals.
Some.
Just imagine you do your own back now, Dave.
Oh, I was insistent I do his back cross. Come on. I know it's night time, but you never know. Yeah,
I'm not even leaving the house today. It's okay.
we're on the plane. Don't worry about that. Yeah, going on holiday with Dave is exactly how you imagine going on holiday with Dave. It's he sort of
Yeah.
he gets to the Sun Lounger at 10. He doesn't leave it until 6 p.m.
Yeah.
other than to go to the bar or play water polo.
Wow.
And in fairness, he's a phenomenal water polo player.
Water polo.
Yeah, he was a fiend in that water.
Yeah,
fair.
was he in goal?
He was in goal. Yeah,
Wow,
I've
yeah.
never met anyone who's so capable of getting smashed in the face by a ball and they're not
That's
hurt.
a hell of a compliment.
Probably can't feel it.
Pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you leave the hotel at all? Go?
Not loads. We went for a little one. There was lots of shops around, but other than that, there wasn't loads to do. We actually did try a bit of the local delicacy.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little restaurant called McDonald's. Don't know if you've heard of that.
It sounds exciting to see what McDonald's do in different
Yeah,
countries, isn't
so I
it?
had what they call a Big Mac over there.
Go on.
Yeah, with fries.
Probably like Big Mac.
Yeah, I don't want to do the impression because I don't know how well
Just
it
doing
goes down.
Scouse, I don't know
Yeah,
what you're
that's fine. And I had something called chicken nuggets,
Nice.
which were I think that's a local cuisine.
Not
as
turkey
well.
nuggets.
No, hey. Very good. Very good. I
Enjoyed that.
But yeah, other than that, no, it was very much a
There is one place that you went to that we saw on Instagram. I'm very curious about.
Yeah,
Bill Cosby bar.
we found ourselves at a bar called Bill Cosby's bar. And you're not going to not go into Bill Cosby's bar. are you? There's
Well,
two
I feel
blokes
like if
who
anyone's
fine.
serving you drinks, Bill Cosby's not the person you want doing that.
That's a chill.
Why?
P. Diddy bar over the road. I'll leave it.
Why?
OJ
is it
shooting
called-
range.
Savile School was a bit weird. I don't know what that was going on
Very
there.
educational though. Yeah.
No, we just sort of we saw it and we thought you can't not go to Ted Bundy's bar if you're walking past there.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we asked why it was called that, and they were like, "Oh, the former owner's brother used to look a bit like Ted Bundy." Not Ted Bundy.
Bill Cosby.
So I thought you were doing a joke.
Yeah, no, I just get Bill Cosby and Ted
Very
Bundy
similar
confused.
people.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad eggs.
Bad
ultimately.
eggs. Yes.
Sorry, yeah. So Bill Cosby. He said he looks like him, and I was like, I don't know if I'd want a bar named after him if I looked a bit like him.
yeah.
I didn't know if he knew the horrific
Also, I like
stuff
the
he'd
fact
done.
it's the former owner, so that it's not even associated
Could have changed
anymore.
it. Could have
Yeah.
changed
Yeah.
it to like the.
Just so known, though.
Yeah.
now.
Although
We've
to be
got a
fair, I
niche.
don't know if I'd have walked in if I'd not seen that it was Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's a clever way of marketing.
So was it all inclusive?
the hotel.
So did you
was-
have like entertainment at the?
Yeah, do you know what? Quite underwhelming, but there was a
Oh,
beautiful violin.
Shrek
player.
impressionist.
Under the table.
Yeah, there's a beautiful violinist.
She was beautiful.
She was fairly beautiful, but the playing was the main,
Oh, right.
the main
Yeah.
bit of beauty. She was playing the Titanic, which was nice.
Oh,
I thought
that's
Ryan would have
lovely.
loved that. I thought
He
that
would
been-
have.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine he's a man that likes a violin. If you were to say, name an instrument that Ryan would enjoy, I think the violin's up there.
Oh yeah.
I picture he's just got one of those monkeys with symbols in it. Just constantly going off.
The only symbol he has in his head is that. For listeners, it was something really clever. That.
That's fun.
So in terms of shopping, did you get any of the classic Turkish knockoff stuff?
Do you know what we didn't? There was a nice football shirt shop there that I wanted to explore, get myself a little football shirt, but I didn't bother. I should have gone in there. Got a knockoff.
So the story is that you didn't even go in the shop.
No, that was a
That'd be good,
curveball,
wouldn't it?
so, yeah. I had no material on shops prepared.
There was a shop there.
You scrambled and found something though. Saw a shop, thought about going in it, didn't.
Do you know what? It's not the worst story we've heard on the podcast.
Do you know what? I'll
to be
take
fair,
that.
so,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So was that the general vibe of the hotel? Like 700 couples? Are they all just staying around?
Yeah, well, there
relaxing?
was a beach that was attached to it as well, so that was very nice. So you could go to the beach.
What's Turkey like? Like outside
Politically.
of the... Want to get real deep
in
in
10
it.
words or fewer.
Outside of your resort, what was Turkey like? Because I don't really know what Turkey is.
Where did you go, by the way?
All I hear about,
Antalya.
Antalya.
We went to.
I hear about is you get your hair cut and you get your teeth whitened.
Well, you get your hair grown, don't you?
Back, yeah.
Yeah.
Hair
Cool.
transplant.
Well, lucky them.
So yeah, it was. Yeah.
Right.
Again, we were kind of in like the middle of nowhere a little bit.
Yeah,
And
okay.
So it was just like a shopping centre and a few bars and steakhouses. So I don't feel like I really got the culture.
You can tell Dave booked it, can't you?
Yeah.
How long was the coach ride to the hotel?
Only an hour. Wasn't too bad.
An hour,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Bad really
yeah,
fast.
it wasn't too bad at all. To be fair, when we
Just
booked
going
it,
past all the beaches and the nightlife.
Oh, it's really nice, Dave. We're not stopping. No, we're still going. The only thing that we had in the search bar when we were looking for our criteria was all inclusive and water slides. And there were water slides. And boy, did we enjoy
They were
it.
out of order.
An all-inclusive water slide.
For the gay couple that were all sliding down together, holding hands. It was lovely.
Did you go on the water slide every day, or was it?
Oh yeah, boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
no, yeah. We went up and down like it was nobody's business. Yeah, it was, yeah. We were a
Young
bit-
and in love.
First holiday away together. It was lovely. It was really nice. The nice thing with Ryan not making it is I didn't get my own bed. So
Yeah,
what a
you
treat
see,
that was.
I may have spooked him a little bit because 2 days before you went away, or a day before actually, we were doing the podcast, and I said, "What's the bed situation, Ryan?" And he went, "Oh, I don't know." And I went, "Is there?" And he went, "There's a double and a single." So, and he went, "Well, I'll ask for the single." I said, "Well, no, Callad might ask for it, and technically you and Dave live together, so it might seem more obvious for that to be the case." And then you could see him thinking about that, and I may have ruined.
So you're the reason we didn't get the rhino.
And the
No,
reason
you
you got a bed
can't.
to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take that actually. Yeah, I was upset until I didn't have to spoon Dave, and I thought, what a treat.
But I chose to.
It was a great bed to put all on each other.
Is there anything you learnt about Dave over that week? Anything you discovered? Because you've known him for a long time, but
Oh, that's a great question. I wouldn't. When Dave and I were in Edinburgh, we shared a room there for 2 weeks, and we shared a bed for 2 weeks, which was intimate.
yeah.
And what I learned then is he sometimes sleeps with his eyes open,
Oh,
which is a horrible
What?
sight. Yeah,
No.
really, really scary sight. When you turn over and Dave's
What?
there, eyes open. Yeah, I've got a
Kind
photo
of
of it somewhere.
the, the pupils or the whites.
I think the pupils were in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you think he was dead the first time you saw it happen?
No,
Or
because
ejaculating.
he snores as well. So he was like snoring, but his eyes were open.
That's just Dave in real life, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
He also this may seem a bit sad now, but he was in a relationship at the time, and he would spoon me in his sleep, and I would have to get him off me. And when we all went away to Wales together, he and I shared a bed, and I realised he doesn't do that anymore because he's not got anyone to spoon. That made me a bit sad.
He's grown out
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
or you might have killed his buzzer first.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so many times.
We'll go back to that.
Yeah, God's sake.
Wales was a great trip.
Wales was a phenomenal trip.
Yeah.
Are we doing
Yeah.
another one this year?
Yeah, I think Tom wants to be
Yeah,
in charge,
do
but
it.
I don't want to end up in a barn.
Wales
or
and
something.
Turkey, 2 countries named after animals.
Right, clip that.
Thanks, Max.
There's got to be a few more.
You're making my job very easy.
Richard Osman in the corner.
I win my prize!
We had a great last night when the others went home, didn't we?
Oh, we
the ping pong
did.
That is
tournament.
That was the best night.
I'm going to preface this by saying, Tom, I think you are one of like the best sportsmen I know. He's a very good all-rounder.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
he didn't break
Except
his
for
ankle
rounders.
at the
Except-
ping pong
yeah.
table.
But even the best sportsmen can crack under the pressure of a final, can't they?
Especially when
I
there's
had 3 paedophiles.
yeah, we
Mate,
made a lot of characters.
I'd never been convicted.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
made a lot of characters for
Sorry,
that ping
what?
pong tournament.
Basically, so I don't know what we started playing this tournament. Dave was
The referee,
for reasons.
an adjudicator, and
Yeah,
also
he-
player.
Yeah, he was very bad at keeping score.
It's a tough
It
job.
was me, Stephen, Callad, and James Ormerod. And I think we just started out with James being a bit of a character. We kind of put it on him that he was a paedophile that had been.
He'd lost every game, and then he got a second chance to be in the playoffs. And if he won, it would be his only way of getting out of jail as a paedophile. And he beat me. I was like, oh god!
But then over the course of the evening, these two became paedophiles themselves.
I did it to take the pressure off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I did it just as a typecast.
typecast as a paedophile.
Oh well. Okay.
I feel like this sounds mental, doesn't it?
Well, it was.
It does.
Yeah.
It was, but it was just like
Hey,
kind of
anything to spice up a ping pong game.
yeah. But it was just putting characters on each other and kind of and pushing that narrative. And over the course of the evening, we weren't even drinking really.
You know,
were we?
if Dave struggles to count to 15, then why don't we?
What character can we make up?
That was really fun, yeah.
That was
And then
great.
I think did you beat me in the last game?
Callad
tonight?
smoked
Oh, did I beat you? God. Do not cut
You
this bit.
smoked
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah.
absolutely.
Fucking
Did you?
smoked
I also
me.
remember
that.
you having very high. You had your tracksuit bottoms very high,
Yep.
and
tucked
I
in.
did that in the final. I think that was they're tucked in high, and I think that was the inspiration.
Yeah, nice. Self wedgie.
Do you know what? I think we shortened the game for the final.
No, I don't
so
think we did. No.
We did. We
It
shortened
was
the game.
quite short, but
Were
it's just 'cause
you,
Callad
I don't know
was
if I've ever asked you this, but you stayed up cleaning for a while, didn't you, that night? Was that because you were so angry that you hadn't won the tournament that you thought, I need to get this?
Did someone
Yeah.
say this?
No, I just
There
assumed.
was, there was a vigour to the way
Yeah.
you cleaned, is all.
No. I
swearing under
I
your
don't
breath.
like leaving a place in a mess. I feel like it's like it's a bit. It was a mess. Joe had been cooking all weekend, and what Joe likes to do is say, oh, I'm going to cook for everyone. It's great, and he makes a fucking mess and then leaves early.
Yeah. Can we talk about Pizzagate?
We can't. Well, I've spoken to Joe. I think we did it on the podcast, the Christmas one. But there's still a mark on my ear somewhere. One of these where I was assaulted by Joe, who when I put it on his head, it was very clever and funny and great
We were all sort
slapstick
of clapping
comedy.
at that point. That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
I was crying
that
on the
was-
floor with laughter.
Yeah, that was
Do
brilliant.
In another room, weren't you?
Because I think they say
It was a tantrum sometimes. Wasting my slice! You eating that?
I think they say famously one slice of pizza is hilarious, two is too far.
Yeah,
That's
famously,
what we
yeah.
saw.
There's actually conspiracies about Pizzagate now if you search them. But yeah, and then when he did it, it was, to quote James Ormond, a punch. And he scolded my ear. Fortunately, it was about the 90th minute in Liverpool against Villa. And it was only 1-0, so the game was at the bounce, and I had to watch.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, God, my ear is hot. Is someone talking about me? It's Joe. It's quite loud, actually. But then I had to go and wash it off. I was washing it. I was like, oh, no, the skin's coming off.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So that was grim.
Did he eat the pizza afterwards?
No, but I was like, it's because I was trying to feed him a slice. I thought,
Yeah.
of all
Yeah.
people, Joe, you'll eat that. But
Did you get him back again? Did you escalate?
no.
No, that was it. You just kind of.
No, we did the egg game, and when I got to go on, I tried to hit him, but
Right, okay.
that's all fair in the egg game. You
That game was a
have your
disaster,
targets.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Max turning on his own teammate to smash Tom in the back.
That was disgusting.
It was.
Are you getting me when we were a team?
Oh, grow
It was-
up.
Oh, fuck off. All right.
Egg game, innit?
It was funny. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
just being silly.
Losing another game.
Go on.
Clean off that egg. Just
With the ping pong bracket.
yeah.
Go on.
Ping pong
So
paddle.
paddle was invented
Yeah.
to being smoked by a pedo.
Smoked by a pedo.
It was Joe's 30th as well the other day.
How was that?
It was fine, Joe had a lot of people, as you'd expect with Joe.
A lot of people.
From all
yeah.
different.
Popular
Bizarre.
guy.
Yeah. Ethan was there with his exes.
My ex, oh yes. So my ex-employers,
Quicker, Ethan, remember the comments.
I was sat with my ex-employers in
He's
there,
not heard a word.
and they're not very happy about Stephen's coup.
Oh.
Like,
of me.
genuinely, they're still a bit.
Yeah, well, they were
yeah.
talking about it. Stephen walks into the room, they give a little boo, and Stephen just holds up the 1-0 with his fingers, puts him in their place.
Stole the golden boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't steal him. He's very much the Trent in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not Liverpool, they're Manchester
You made him an
United.
offer.
I didn't even actually.
No.
No, I just said, Ethan, do you know anyone for this job? And he went, oh, yeah, like, I know a canny white boy, I'll do it.
You said it that quickly?
Referring to
Yeah, that
myself.
was a bad
Doesn't sound
impression,
like
wasn't it?
I'm buying this for a second.
No, me and Ethan were dating for a while, and I said,
nice.
do you want to be under me? And he said, well, I already am, like.
Callan's mum says you're the top.
She knows all.
She does.
But yeah,
She'll love that.
they were there, and they're bitter, but that's probably the football.
Mate, you know what? That's business.
It's business, baby.
That's fucking business, mate.
But you still work with them on the podcast, or at least Joe?
Yeah. It's all right. It's just the others where there's a little bit of beef or whatever.
If
But
they're going to bring that sort of negativity to Joe's 30,
Yeah.
they can fuck off, mate.
Yeah, I was just there being
What's happened
positive.
now, isn't it? So.
Okay, well, all right.
You probably have fucked off.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, Joe at one point came outside because it was warm, but he was pale as a ghost. I don't know what had happened to him. He was in a bad way. He wasn't necessarily being bought drinks. He was more coming over to the bar and taking people's drinks. I was like, oh, it's his birthday.
Yeah.
Let him do
It was
that.
a bag of nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realised it was a cold buffet, probably because he couldn't trust himself around hot food. And
Yeah.
You learned this lesson. That's nice.
did you hear about the buffet?
No, go on.
A woman at the end of the night swooped in and said, "Hi, I'm Joe's friend. I'm here to look after the sandwiches and put them in the fridge. And there's about 40 sandwiches left over. She took them all home. She
What?
nicked them. Didn't even know who Joe was.
probably Joe's nan that.
Could have
That's how he
been.
learnt it.
Uda.
I don't even know about the food. I was starving as well. Found out when it
You
had
were
gone.
shown the food. Unfortunately, all the vegan had gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So many vegans.
Could have eaten the bread.
Nah.
It's a good idea, though. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very much Bear Grylls, aren't you?
Yeah.
You had some cold chips, didn't you?
Yeah.
At the end of the night, it was sort of on the street. A guy came over, and I think his friend had asked for a picture with me, and he's going, "You look like Harvey Elliott, mate." I'm like, yeah, I've actually met him. Didn't care. And then he was bonkers. He was. At one point, he went to a group of people. I'm 38. Don't look it though, do I?
And
it was
he
just
really
silent.
did.
Oh no.
It was silent, and then he goes, "Why are they getting a picture with you? I'm actually quite famous myself." And I said, "Oh, what do you do?" And he was a DJ, and he had a label. I said, "Who's on your label?" He went, "It's just me." I was like, "All right." And then he was going, "Who are you though? You're actually famous." I was going, "Some people know me," but then his friend went, "No, you're actually a really good DJ though, aren't you?" And he went, "Oh, don't, that's patronising." "Hey, you just got me Harvey Elliott's lookalike.
Oh
Just
my
go, "Who are you?"
God.
And someone compliments you. Anyway, so he wanted to get a picture with me.
Yeah.
Didn't know who I
The guy
was.
who didn't know you.
Yeah, in my ear go, so should I get a picture then? Oh, I don't know. Then he went, "You should probably get one with me now, shouldn't you?" I went, "Oh, our taxi's here." Thankfully it was. And we got off. But then I saw he tagged me in this post, and it was...
Oh, really? There was-
Yeah, like when house music and YouTube collide or
Oh.
whatever. Yeah, let's have the real caption. Who's this guy?
Did he have bare
Sound like a
followers
clown.
though?
Tragic.
Did he have bare followers?
He was talking a big game.
Oh.
Tim Looney's got more followers. He
Really?
was just
Imagine
keeping
that.
quiet, humble at the back.
Yeah.
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 Just going. Anyone?
Wow.
He didn't seem comfortable in his own skin.
No, and
He's
that's
38.
hey. He had.
Yeah.
Joe, I think it was just the. It was just a bit bonkers, but I don't think he was part of Joe's crew.
No, he wasn't.
No, God, no.
He just stumbled upon us. We were on the street for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe had a good time though.
Yeah. We crossed the street at one point, didn't we?
Yeah. Little knock at the door.
Yeah.
Frog and bucket.
Yeah.
What had happened in there? Something had gone on,
Oh, the Wi-Fi broke, which means the tills broke, which means...
which means that people googling the jokes broke. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we crossed back over.
So I'd serve someone, I'd be like, wait there. I had to run downstairs to find out how much it was, run back up, charge him. Next person, wait there, run down. I was so sweaty by
And
the
in
end of
that
it.
heat, it must have helped
Yeah,
with
it was
max weight.
Max weight. I have packed my scales. I haven't weighed myself this morning, but the last time I did, I was 22.4. But I
Is
think
it?
that's- Yeah. Oh, it's
Probably
not
go to the
now.
gym then.
Time is it now?
The time is
8:04.
20:04.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
So we don't
Basically the same.
know. Tom, it was Haircon.
Yeah,
the
man.
hair Convention of Manchester.
Huge, mate. Absolutely huge.
For the Conservative hair.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a weird weekend. Just.
What is it? Is it
I don't
in
really
like
know.
a-
I mean, I didn't. I got this job in. Well, it's been less than a year now. I didn't really see this coming. Just managing a salon, like really in there in the hair industry, chatting with all these. I don't have a fucking clue.
Do you have a different persona in the salon?
Hmm.
I don't know. It's a lot of feminine energy.
Yeah, well.
You know, it's so I am.
Coming from you?
I think I do play up to it. I think a few people thought I was gay.
Because you done my hair the other day, didn't you, Tom?
I did.
And his
Yes.
voice completely changed. His hands become more limp.
Oh.
And
His
almost.
cock becomes more hard.
Oh,
That's,
Almost like
that's
a
crass.
friend.
That's crass.
Smith,
Is
that
it?
is crass.
No, it's
You're in the
not.
crass corner. Go on.
Okay.
You're in it.
You know, bruv. For the listeners, I sort of pulled my shirt away from my chest.
You also his tummy.
It's kind of hard to there.
It is
tight.
hard. It's rock solid.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what you should know about Smith.
Ow.
So, yeah. What were we saying? You're feminine in your workplace.
Say again.
Oh no, people thought you were gay, but I did as well when I first met
I
you
don't
at
know why
uni.
this happens.
Could be the earring.
Were you on holiday with Dave?
'Cause I mean, look, I understand why someone would think someone was gay, you know, that isn't, if they're a little bit effeminate, but I don't think I really am. Maybe people made the assumptions because why would a straight guy be working in a salon?
The
I don't-
minge, you said.
Yeah.
Bear clunge, I think was the word. Yeah, grim. Fucking
Corner.
disgusting, mate.
Close.
Fucking disgusting.
He was about to be in the,
Lot of
in the
clumps to
corner.
the corner.
You stepped out
Come
the way.
sit on my lap,
I'll have this to myself. My chair, mate.
mate. Room for one, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's probably made me more fashionable.
Yeah.
No, you're always a bit metrosexual, I think's the
Yeah,
word.
well, you know, I've had
You've
to.
got creams and ointments and
I
stuff.
do a lot of ointments.
Yeah.
Quite a long skincare routine.
Potions.
Balms and tonics.
A lot of creams to
Eye
apply.
of newts on a Wednesday. Takes the crow's feet away. That's our Tom.
Then crow's feet to get rid of the eye of the newt.
It's a vicious cycle.
Just smeared.
Look like Mr. Potato Head by the end of the week. On bits, put on. Like a kid's sticker book.
Was it Haircon? Right. Bro, where was Haircon held? Was it at
Well,
the
so it's
G-Max?
like a bit of a. So
I'm like, I don't think I can say it.
Say it.
You said something to do with a hairbrush.
Hairbrush?
Who did?
What?
I did,
Oh,
on
yeah, when I was a kid. I was experimenting.
It was such a throwaway comment as well.
You said it a couple of weeks ago. I didn't.
It's just a young boy exploring his body. Going where no other man had dared to tread. Because I was a kid. It would have been weird. The unexplored depths of the human soul. Or whole.
What was your takeaway from it?
It didn't fit.
Was it binned?
Yeah. I never brush my hair because, believe it or not,
What was it? Was it a comb? Was it
comb
like a
to
big
rip it
head,
apart.
kind of a fat head?
GHD. One
it
of
was
those.
literally,
Yeah.
it was so it's silver.
like a paddle brush.
It was silver. It was one of those ones that had like the bits that stick out like that. It was circular.
Oh, it's one of them, right? Okay.
So the
it's like
handle
a-
was
yeah.
sort of circular with a tip.
The
So-
handle was what we were.
So it's
at.
got
Yeah,
bristles
yeah,
all the
it's
way
like-
around.
You
Yeah,
did use the handle though, right? You didn't
Yeah, I
go...
didn't do, yeah. I would have
Brush.
God,
He's no fool.
Fucking hell, that's never gonna. Well,
ribbed for his pleasure.
So at
Haircon.
Haircon, that would have killed.
would have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, next year. Eh?
Hey guys, watch
it's
this.
every year.
Is there any like entertainment at Haircon?
Yeah, it's at
We just
Victoria
spoke about
Warehouse. So I went, and it was.
Was it?
very? Yeah,
Imagine Jedward with that. Oh, they don't have that anymore.
it's a little bit fashiony,
Right.
you know.
Surprised me.
It's not. Yeah, I know. It's not really. It's not really my bag.
No.
I went, obviously, show my face, chat to some people,
Showed your hair.
showed my hair. But yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't really fucking care. Busy weekend and it's that longest weekend of work I've ever had. Kind of 14-hour days for 4 days.
Is it like New Year's Eve when people are going in to get their haircuts?
Oh, it's just
Christmas
a
for
lot of
barbers.
people that that kind of come to the city, and it's all big brands and stuff, and there's loads of models and loads of presenting stuff. So our salon, obviously, because it's a kind of cool place in the city, we offered it out. So loads of people coming to prep their models to go off to Haircon. So yeah, really, really exciting stuff. Wow. Just me running around, just out of my depth. People asking me questions about, I'm not a stylist. Yeah.
Lucky I wasn't there, because I would have been confused with one of the models. Who, me?
Max, you've got written here, big move.
Big move.
What's that?
Bro's making some big moves in the city, aka getting the hell out of there.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite annoying, to be fair. I finally get a job in the city, 2 minutes away from where I live.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm done here. Fucking off to somewhere else. But it's probably time.
What are you going to miss most?
The location.
Yeah. But what is it about the location?
Just it's so convenient.
Some of your favourite shops.
So many of my favourite
close.
shops.
You're very central. Very
So
central.
yeah. But I did leave the flat through the car park the other day, and there was 3 bits of human poo.
How do you know?
Because
Behind Max's flat is a known area
For pooing.
I think, Max, I stood in this around there. I was telling Steve this the other day, actually. In my previous job, I had a really bad day, and I was really
That's
upset.
why you left, isn't it?
That's why I left. And I had a little walk outside to calm myself down, and I was like, almost like hyper...
Ventilating.
Ventilating. I was really like, whoo.
Yeah.
And I'd lean against the door, go, try and calm myself down. And I looked down and I realised I've stood in human excrement, which doesn't help to the hyperventilation.
No.
So I then threw away my shoes and walked back through town, back to work.
You chucked your shoes.
I'd flick them off with my feet. I wouldn't throw them.
Mm-hmm. I placed them in the bin.
What if
that's
you'd
good
have
of
placed
you.
them in the bin and there'd have been more human feces that you could have stepped through?
I would have probably killed myself at that point. I would have
That's the reasonable next step, I suppose.
I would have put myself
And
in the
weirdly
fucking
enough,
bin.
if you'd killed yourself, you would have your body poos when you die.
Yeah.
So
I'd become human waste.
be-
It's a circle of life,
Climb
I guess.
top of the NCP, jump off, but you land in human shit, and it cushions the floor.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, wow.
Makes you think.
Ethan's been a while.
You'd have had to throw all your clothes away, walk through town naked.
Yeah.
Was the human poo there before you got there, or
It wasn't mine.
it wasn't yours? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I've seen a few people having sex around the back of your house.
Yeah.
A few
Really?
times.
Oh,
Yeah.
play
Worst thing has happened there. I left the car park once, and there was a guy in the middle of the car park looking at me like quite agitated. I'm like, are you okay? He pointed at his car, and there were 2 homeless people on his bonnet just fucking.
Oh.
And I'm there like, what the fuck can I do?
Where
Did he think that you were a homeless
person
person too, and you could intervene?
Your mum's there now going, so, bottom, you got it.
Room for one more?
I would just hate to stumble upon that. Like, it would be so annoying if after this you told me where that was. Like, I was just like, I just showed up and like, so just don't tell me. Like, even if you think, just don't.
Did you hear about the student in her accommodation with the homeless people?
I did not.
It says mental. So she kept coming back home and she realised that her room smelt and it was horrible and she didn't know why. So she kept washing the duvet, kept washing everything, and then she'd come back and it still smelled and she couldn't work it out. She then put on a camera in her room and she found out that homeless people were lodging open a window, shagging on her bed, and then escaping and closing it up. And this had been going on for weeks.
And they weren't taking anything.
They weren't saying anything, they were just using their bed.
And whereabouts is this
Morning
flat?
after pill.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
So they were just
using the bed to shag.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And this footage. It's just I have a friend in my.
He definitely doesn't want it.
Yeah. I would honestly
He wants to
hate.
destroy it, if anything.
Yeah, I'd honestly hate
Actually.
to know where that was. But again, do not even tell me.
So if I leave my window open, when? Yeah, flat on the ground floor, please.
Just opening it up to the window. Come on, boys.
Just imagine you in a beanie hat rubbing soot on your face. Just we fucking.
Just looking at the pillow and there's just your face sticking out. Disguised as a bed.
It's now time for Tom Looney's celebrity gossip.
Oi, did you hear what that loony bloke just said?
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom reportedly break up after 8 years.
I didn't actually know that they were together.
Oi, did you hear what that loony bloke just said?
Yeah,
Genuinely.
it didn't seem that way, did it?
No.
You know, the way they lived their lives.
Yeah.
But, you know, according to TMZ or whatever shit they speak in America, you know, the way Katie sort of not quite made her comeback work, a little bit cringy. What was it, the Bezos plane
She went
shuttle
up
thing?
to-
SpaceX.
And she came back down and she was very emotional.
Kiss the ground.
Kissed
Yeah,
the ground.
Orlando Bloom got the ick and said, nah, I'm off.
You
Did you
cheated on
really?
me with Mother Nature.
Nice.
Should be kissing me.
Go
That's what I
on.
would have said.
What else?
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
Fuck. Orlando Bloom was in an episode of Midsummer Murders.
that's where he made his debut.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because if you watch the episode, they put a load of Lord of the Rings stuff in it because they knew he was going on to do Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
So like,
So I
yeah.
asked the question to Ryan, who's like first film was their break, like in terms of they've never
Yeah.
done anything. And he said that, and then someone said about Midsummer Murders.
Yeah, could have been me.
Wow, yeah, it does sound like you. Yeah,
That's
so
the reason you didn't graduate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Tom, would you try it on with Katy Perry or Orlando Bloom? He's a good looking guy.
Or Jeff Bezos.
He's getting married now. You're gonna have to leave him.
I'm a single man now.
Katy
Loves my
Perry,
oyster.
your
Doesn't
roommate.
really do it for me,
your
Katy Perry.
roommate.
Chris is a big fan.
Yeah,
Chris loves his female artists. It's like he just listens to female artists.
like Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Bit of Sabrina Carpenter.
He doesn't really like
Aretha
males.
Franklin.
He loves
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Donna Summer.
Who doesn't?
He went to
Billie
about 3
Holiday.
gigs, I think. I've heard
Taylor
so.
Swift.
Yeah. Big Swifty. And he was telling me, well, his former girlfriend was telling me that I should get into Taylor Swift because it would help me with the ladies.
But did she describe what you're supposed to do and stuff?
Just being a Swifty, just be into the music.
Oh, right, so it's not no diagrams and
No.
things in the album covers.
Nothing like that.
Right, forget it. It's now time for You Laugh, You Lose.
Hey.
Callad, this is where Max this week is going to try and make us laugh. We have 30 seconds to try and last. Whoever laughs will be doing You Laugh, You Lose next time.
Yeah, mate, honestly, I can't be bothered this week, so I'm not going to do it. I've
Oh,
asked
no,
a friend.
what?
I've asked a friend to
Doesn't
come
work,
and do it
surely.
for me.
What, me?
Can I
easy,
do that?
Easy win, mate, if you got me involved.
Okay. Oh, but then you'd have to make yourself laugh, and that wouldn't work.
Probably would.
So, and yeah, there we go, laughter. So I'm going to go, and my boy's going to come in and do it for me. If that's all right.
See,
No, you
I
should stay.
shouldn't refer to people as
You should
boy.
stay.
No, that's how he wants to be referred. I didn't want to call him that, but he's
Referred?
like,
So, anyone know this bloke who stood in the corner of the room?
hello,
You boy.
hello, it's me, Max's boy, or as I like to say, his Uncle Chuck.
When do you want us to start, Chucky?
Yeah, well, let me do some preamble first.
Oh, good.
It's hard to walk with this fucking hat on. Worried it might slip off and give the game away.
What game you playing?
Oh, lots of games of this little pop.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Such as?
It's me, Pop.
You remind me of John Fury.
John Fury. Is that? He's the dad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I give off daddy vibes?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Good daddy vibes.
Is Pop-Up enjoying the smell of the couch?
Naughty boy. That's me saying it to him. Me and Pop are going to do some comedy.
I just hold on. I just love your venture of the quiz, like where you tell us who said it to.
Hello, my name's Chuck, and this is Pop. Me fuck puppet. You might recognise him from such things as, he was in that sketch, Your Birthday. Remember that
No.
with Magic Ian?
I forget a lot. Oh.
It's probably that old age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now me and me fuck puppet are going to do some comedy for you.
We started.
Yeah, can you count me down?
3,
Don't start.
2,
Fucking hell.
1.
It's hell of a preamble.
Doctor gives me suppository and says, pop it up your bum. I said, it bloody isn't. I've been trying to shove him up there for years. Pop's outsides are made of cotton and his insides felt. But when will my insides be felt? Frigid get you, Pop. What's the difference between me and Pop? I can only fit one of my hands up his ass. Wife asks me, sock puppet or finger puppet? I said, I'd rather they finger me. Oh, I was on trip and wife called and said Pop was crying and saying Miss Piggy. I said, is he watching Muppets? She says, no, he's looking at a picture of you.
Well done, Chuck. You got me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got Callad.
I was on the edge. I'd like to think I held it in, but
I think it was
Fuck Puppet was really.
It was the third joke that sort of subtly told us about their relationship. It got me. It's good though.
Walking out and then coming back in.
No, you just cut to us.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, Max.
Hey guys.
You missed your boy.
Yeah, my boys. Oh, did you just leave? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's still here.
I've come back in now, actually.
After this, we'll green screen me doing some bits over there as Chuck.
Apparently, you and your boy have been sneaking into people's rooms and having sex on the bed.
No sneaking involved, mate.
That's true.
Yeah, the window's open.
Yeah.
You know, I'm creeping in.
Basically an invitation.
Yeah, of course it is.
Callad, I've got here. What was Callad like at school?
Oh, I was quite lame. I wasn't particularly.
What?
Yeah, I know. No one will believe that. It's hard to believe. I was quite.
The guy who goes on a trip to McDonald's on holiday. He's lame?
They do Big Macs. Don't say anything.
So obviously now you're a ruthless
No gherkin.
businessman.
now I'm in Q2 and I'm just all eyes on the prize.
Love that.
I enjoyed school. I didn't really like lessons, which is quite a fundamental part of school.
Did you have any lessons where you were like, oh yeah?
It's embarrassing, but drama. Was one.
Drama's
I
sick,
imagine
man.
we were all in the same boat. Drama was.
I was in the
one
boat. I
way.
was under a table.
Yeah, that's why you were ahead of me. You were doing that.
You got to nail that
Way
early.
before you.
I was bullied.
That's why I was under the table.
So was I by Richards.
What was the wildest thing that happened in your school? Was there ever a completely bonkers day?
A bomb was brought into my school.
What?
Yeah.
Where was your school?
So it was back home in Exeter.
Exeter, okay.
A bomb was brought in. It's more.
Sorry, by who?
Well, this is the thing. So I was in year 9 at the time. I was in a French class, and my school was kind of like opposite the. Like Exeter's a generally pretty nice place, but there's like a fairly rough estate, and my school was opposite that. So you'd get the odd police car that would come in every now and then, or you get like the odd ambulance. But we were in French Hand. There was police car, ambulance, fire brigade, police car. Like it was relentless. And it turns out what had happened is a year 7, and this was first term of school. A year 7 for history had brought in what they thought was a old World War I bomb.
Wow.
And as he was showing it to the history teacher, the pin was still in the bomb. So the teacher, fair play to him, took it and ran right to the back of the playground. And
Jesus. What, the bomb or the kid?
I think it was just the bomb, but it might have been the kid holding the bomb. He went,
Fuck off.
you brought it, you deal with it.
No running in the corridor.
Yeah, and they had to they thought it was, likely to explode, but they had to explode it manually with a bomb.
That's mental.
Wow.
Bringing a bomb in for show and tell.
Yeah, even
in your
surely
first
at some
year
point
is
the parents
great.
gone, maybe we don't bring that in.
Yeah, I bet he was so smug at the start of the lesson. What have you got?
Just
A medal.
fucking
Yeah.
Made this last night, mate.
See, that was
that
pretty
kid
wild.
would have been a legend though, surely.
Yeah, I don't know if I've met
A fucking mental one that brings a bomb into school.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a
A
legend.
live bomb.
A live-
Well, not live. Well,
That's
yeah,
the
I guess it's
mental
a
one,
live
full
bomb.
stop. That's not the
Oh,
legend.
mate.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild day.
Did the school get closed? Did you get to go home?
No, I don't even think we got
Back to French.
evacuated. Yeah.
Un bomb.
And the teacher, bless her, she was a nice lady, but she was always on the edge, which I think most French teachers generally are.
Yeah.
And trying to get the class to concentrate when there's, bomb disposal team is.
Yeah.
not
You can't do it, can you?
You can't. Not even the best teachers.
So I think someone was quipping hard with unbomb.
That's comedy.
Has he done that?
And you didn't have to get under the table.
You have to go under the table if there's a bomb.
That's a good point.
We're in the fridge. Oh no, that's an apocalypse, isn't it? What's the one we have to go in the fridge?
That's, I think, the nuke.
Oh,
Yeah.
Luke the Nuke. He's been in the fridge. Anyway,
Sorry, guys.
you mentioned earlier the being in Edinburgh.
Yes.
That was for the Fringe.
That was for the Fringe,
What was
yes.
that like?
Was this your own show?
No, this was with the uni. So they did they would send 6-8 comedians to do like a show in Edinburgh.
This never happens. He said it. Sorry, Callad. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Go on. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, it's not much of a story to tell. Yeah, so I went to Edinburgh. Have you been?
I've been for like a day.
Yeah, it's an intense place.
Yeah, I didn't.
I remember I did a gig and it went really well, and I thought I've made it here. And then I did another gig an hour later, which was a gong show. And there was about 8 people in the audience and about 10 acts. And there was a rule that you couldn't gong them off before 2 minutes. And a minute, it was going so badly, a minute and a half in, someone in the audience went, just put him out of his misery. And I turned to the guy who was running it going, she's not wrong. And the bloke went, he's still got 30 seconds. So I had to just stand there.
Oh my God.
Waiting for him to let me get off the stage.
Gong
going
shows
so badly.
are brutal.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've never done one since. I don't know if I could. It was a harrowing experience.
I'll get you
Weird
in if you
though, isn't it,
want.
when you have to have such a good show.
Yeah, that's
then
it. That's the life of
madness,
comedy. Is
isn't
like
it?
the second you think you're good at it,
Yeah.
a lot of people in an audience disagree. And then you're right.
All right, people.
I don't know when there's more acts than audience.
Yeah, it was,
I've done those.
It was not a great size.
Yeah, 8 people.
There's no
in the
energy there, is
audience.
there?
No. But
It's,
I could have probably produced that. Other people seem to get a few laughs, so it might have been me. That's the problem.
I remember the Chortle one. There was always more acts than actually crowd there to watch. That was a horrible atmosphere because also the judge is that reviewer from Chortle just making notes and stuff. And
We showcased.
we, you're French.
Yeah, back again.
Set him off.
They
Like a bomb.
showcased So You Think You're Funny at work.
Yeah,
And there were 25 comedians that were doing it.
yeah.
And there was 40 people in the audience.
It's a long
Yeah.
night, that.
So
5 minutes each.
Yeah. No, 7.
Oh,
It was
Yeah,
7
fuck
because
that.
I've done that one.
Yeah,
That was
oh,
the one
yeah.
I did well in.
Oh, nice.
how did you get on at Chortle?
Chortle, so very first year in uni, went to the pre-heat sort of thing in Manchester. There's about 8 of us. I was with Tom McManus, and Ryan. Well, Ryan knocked me, no, Ryan knocked. Don't know if Ryan was doing it. Didn't get through. He put 2 people through who weren't good. And then I went back and I was fuming. And then as I was going, Jamali Maddox was coming out of the accommodation. He was like, "Oh, how did it go?" And yeah, it didn't go well. He went, "Oh, yeah, these competitions are shit. You know, they've already got who they want to win in mind."
Yeah.
And then about 9 months later, he won. So yeah,
They've texted me and told me I'm winning next year. So
he didn't seem as shocked that I hadn't got through the heat. And then third year, I did it again, and
Jamali won again somehow.
yeah, I applied for Manchester, and I'd done quite well against these students. I'd done quite a lot of stuff by this point, and they were like, "Oh, you can go straight into the heat in Leeds." So me and Ryan went to Leeds, and Ryan was just dating someone. I think he wasn't interested in my great comedy.
Really?
Yeah, and so I did that, and it was just dire. I think it's on YouTube. You can see it. Yeah,
I think mine is.
there's great gags of reeled in dozens of laughs on other nights.
Who was the craziest person biggest person you met, I guess?
Doing it.
Doing those things, yeah.
Well, doing the competition, the So You Think You're Funny one, in Edinburgh, there was in the competition, Red Richardson, don't know if you've seen stuff of him, he supports, not Red Richardson, yeah, it is Red Richardson.
Is he the guy that messaged our group?
No.
No, that's a different.
Is that
Red
someone
Richardson
Someone
supports
red.
Ricky Gervais on
His name.
Oh, okay.
the guy who won it. I don't know what he does.
Mm.
I bumped into Alex Horn. He
Oh,
was
cool.
backstage getting changed, so
Nice.
he got undressed in front of me, which I've tried to use to get myself on Taskmaster. Didn't work. And then the special celebrity. So you probably, I think he's from your way. Is Mark Watson?
Oh yeah.
So I've had a grudge against him ever since. Not like me. But they were the big people
Jesus.
there. Yeah, but the rest of the time I just didn't speak to anyone. I was busy going, oh, I've got to do 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I hated that side of Edinburgh, like, because everyone's just so busy, flyers.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing a show.
Would you go again?
I would, yeah. I think like the thing that was mad when I was performing is you go. I get really bad stage fright anyway, so I spend the whole day really anxious, and then I get on stage, do it. It's a great buzz. So then you go out for drinks because you want to enjoy the evening. Then I'm hungover, and it's like a vicious circle of you never feel not on edge. But as a place, like as a spectacle, it's an amazing place. Like just the fact you've got like a cafe and they've just stuck like a comedian in there. Like every shop front will have someone doing something.
Do you know when you had that extra 30 seconds, you just close your eyes and breathe it in, just on stage, and go, oh, Edinburgh.
What a treat.
I won't forget this. Quite literally.
This is where dreams are made of.
I'm just happy to be here.
Everyone's booing.
That is a horrible feeling, though.
Get asked for them to let me finish. That was humbling.
It's got
I've had
30
that.
seconds left.
I've had that where a guy came to the front of the stage, not even subtle, and just went like that, and I was like, yeah, let's go.
Was it a gong show or just a...
No, that was it. That's my. Not a, well, it was a corporate. I didn't realise it was a corporate. Only act they had on was me. Who didn't stand up for a year.
Was it the dentists?
Not a dentist. It was, what are they called?
Orthodontists?
No,
Not teeth? No.
no, pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
That was it. Yeah. I mean, you said.
Oh
you-
yeah, some guy came into work the other day and he was like, "Oh, you're Max," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know it, bruv." And he went, "I've seen Stephen do stand up."
That's Employee of the Month, is it?
That was his manager that said that to him. That was his first day. So you're Max? Yeah, you know it, bruv.
That was the boss. I got fired the next day. And he came up to the bar and he's like, "Yeah, whatever, blah blah. We just done it." And then he went, "I've seen Stephen do stand up," and I was like, "Oh yeah, where?" He went, "He was at the pharmacy thing," and he said his friend had booked Stephen, and they were sat on a table on their own. And the guy, apparently the guy that booked you was like, "No, he's really funny. Don't take what you're seeing today."
Oh,
Because obviously, I think if you're in a room and no one's laughing,
Yeah.
you don't want to be
that
that table. I wouldn't know what to do dying on stage. Not as in, oh, I've never died on stage. I mean, I just freeze. Have people ride that and try and make it funny.
When other comedians are like, "Yeah, but you like eventually you don't mind it," I just don't think I'll ever be there in life where it doesn't destroy me.
It must be a great place to. Although to not give a fuck means you're probably a bit bonkers.
I tell you who I saw die once on stage, which was crazy, was Rich Hall. You know, the American
American
comedian. I went to a charity night it was just after Grenfell, and it was like huge names, Michael McIntyre, Kevin Bridges, like big names. And he went on and he did a bit that was like, it was kind of like knocking
Too
the
soon.
government.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like knocking the government about how it could have been prevented.
Very funny. That, yeah.
It was very, it wasn't bad what he was saying, but it was the wrong time.
Yeah.
And then Adam Hills closed it. He was very good. But he was straight after, and he got the fire brigade to stand up and applaud. And I was thinking, they've just been like fighting this fire, and now they've just had to sit there and watch it awkwardly. But that was bad because someone that big.
I think if you know you've got an audience that find you funny, it's possibly easier to deal with dying on stage because you're like, this isn't my crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's people that find me funny.
True.
So this, like I've seen people do openings for comedians and no one in the crowd is laughing.
Yeah.
But I've also seen that person kill,
Doing
their own stuff to their own crowd. And I think that makes it easier because you're like, well, these people don't.
Because you've been at shows where you're watching the opener and you're like, who won the main?
Yeah.
So sort of like something you want to get out, like movie trailers.
Yeah.
What determines a good crowd? Is it where the venue is? Is it just potluck on the night? Is it the age group? What determines a... Because it just sounds like potluck to me.
I guess it's
I think it is.
what you
The area
what you
as
want.
well,
I like a good amount of people. Like doing a gig I'd rather do it to 300 than 30 because you're more likely to get laughs.
Is it because you've got people who are willing to laugh out loud? Do you think sometimes the audience feel a little bit like scared to laugh almost when there's like a smaller kind of group? I don't know.
Like last year, I did a gig to about 20 people, and like they're smiling and stuff. But to me, it feels like I'm dying on my arse. I'm starting to panic, thinking, "Oh God, these aren't laughing." Because I've done gigs where it'd be like 100 people, and they'll be laughing there. But it's also, if it's well running, you've got a good MC who's keeping the vibe up and good comedians on.
Is it easier to deal with like a bad gig if you've got more success behind you? Like, once you've started to have a few good ones, you can deal with it more than perhaps in the beginning.
I like how Steve looked at me, and then this was very much a question for you.
I don't know. Even you said, I mean, I don't know how much you've done, but even relative terms. Right.
I thought, well,
Could be
I
to me,
thought
to
it
be
would
fair.
be. Yeah.
Could be addressed to me.
It's not.
Get this one out, mate.
Gargamel has got his crowd.
Yeah, you take this one, mate.
Well, I thought when I did stand up last year, I was thinking, well, it'll be easier now that I've got, I've got the YouTube stuff, so it's not like that. But then also, I was doing it thinking, well, now there's a sort of reputation. People go, oh, if he's not funny, they'll be tweeting it going, Stephen Trice just died on his arse.
Jerry Seinfeld, famous
comedian.
Just
leave it there.
He said one thing he learned was that your name gives you 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then after that, people are like, you're shit. If you go out as Jerry Seinfeld and everyone's like...
but he used to go, Jerry. Do that.
Fucking Jim Garry fucking beat him up in the car park afterwards.
I think,
your name gives you a certain amount of time.
Right.
And then after that, you're on your own.
Gets
again.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see comedians go on, like John Bishop, I remember him doing, just trying out bits.
Mm.
And then I went up and did my 5 minutes, I was thinking, and my mum was like, oh yeah, you getting way more laughs than him, but he's just trying out little ideas that he's probably scribbled down, whereas I'm going all out.
Your best stuff.
Doing my Grapevine, doing my Badminton wanking me off stuff. Strange didn't work out with the pharmacist.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, mate.
Oh,
okay.
what have we got here?
Hello, boys.
Hello, mate. You okay?
Sit down.
Please, come in.
I couldn't possibly.
Okay.
Grab a seat.
No.
Please, no. Honestly, ooh. I'm doing like the fishing line thing. I'm reeling you in. Okay.
And Miles.
Miles, good to meet you, Miles.
Miles away.
He's just been the
That's
fridge.
why you, yeah.
When we come over this point, this is the podcast of the wee listeners. Oh, don't mind me.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room.
You know this guy?
No, I never. Don't think I've
You
met this
okay,
guy
Callad?
before. No, I feel a bit. Oh, this is a bit odd. Do I know you?
I hope so. I hope so.
What brings you here, Miles? Sorry.
We cab. Yeah.
Cab, right, nice, yeah.
What?
No, I was just repeating what you said, and I sort of went.
You parrot.
Could be.
You know, are you? You're a human.
Oh, thank you.
That's nice.
I'm a nice guy.
It's Miles, isn't it? Or was that?
Yeah, I'm glad you know. Thank you very much.
Nice
It means
to
a
meet you,
lot.
Miles.
Coming from your mouth.
Well,
Nope.
What's that?
Anything coming from my mouth make you
Just
happy?
shite.
He's a dickhead, mate.
Parrot, mate. It's like fucking no
He's called me a parrot, and he said I've got shit coming out my mouth.
shit mouth
I
parrot.
like him. He seems a good guy.
Oh, do you, Callad? You've got bad taste in people,
so
right?
far, we're
Oh,
really
yeah,
good
he's got good taste. Very good taste.
Thank
The
you.
best taste.
Thank you. So how do we know each other?
Oh, hell, well. Callad, I've been a long time admirer of yours ever since
really?
you performed at the
You
Fringe.
had no chance.
Oh, right. Did you see the show that went really, really well? Where I got loads of laughs?
Oh, Callad, I could never forget it.
Really?
You lit that place up for 2 minutes. I was in awe of you.
Really?
The way you stood there, looking out, pretending to weep,
That was
going, why did I bother?
yeah, that was good.
It's genius.
The way
Genius.
I held that room so silent at a stand-up night is.
It was.
I'm glad someone
You
appreciated.
had us all there in your hands, all right? You can have us in your hands
Yeah,
now.
oh, thank you. No. Okay.
This is awkward.
This is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, well, I've never had a fan before.
Never?
No.
Not even in Turkey.
Hey, no. How did you not have been Turkey? I've kept that quite quiet.
Well, I may have followed you to your wee hotel.
Oh, that's
pal.
cute, isn't
That's-
it?
Very cute.
It's a bit odd.
I like that
cute.
use of the word cute.
I've got a horrible feeling though if you look through all of the pictures.
I've got a lovely feeling.
Nice.
Yes. Didn't love that.
Yeah.
Right?
No. So you were there, were you, on holiday with me?
Yeah.
Not with me.
I hated the rumour that was going around.
Bob, me and the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just a rumour though. It's not true.
I hope so.
So
Open the door for you to come in, eh?
But they didn't.
Oh.
I was there, clinging onto the balcony.
How old are you,
Yeah.
Miles?
I had the window open.
How old are you, Miles?
14.
14.
not
How long
funny,
ago were
Miles.
you in?
I was in Edinburgh
I-
6 years ago. So
I was telling a joke.
Oh,
I'm not 14, pal.
okay, you can have fooled me.
Why?
You stupid parrot.
Why are
Yeah.
you cropping up? Whose side are you on?
Yeah, I got a
I want
stupid
I want
cartoon.
his approval. I don't know.
Really?
It's like-
Stupid
It's a
parrot
ni-
on a
It's
stupid
a nice
pirate.
place to be with him on side, that's for sure.
Right, so it's me against the three of you, is it?
No.
Thank you. You on my side.
No. Callad, I was wondering, are you going to get back in the game?
The game, the stand-up game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always felt like I didn't have any fans out there that wanted to see me make a comeback. But
Callad.
I was like this guy.
No, you should get there this summer.
Yeah.
Do a 30-day stretch.
Are there any other Gale heads?
Oh, there's a few of us.
Really?
A wee
Really?
group called Blowing a
Why do you
Gale.
say really like that?
No,
Shoot a parrot, just the wee parrot shouting out.
But the fact there's a
Shout, put your hand up if you want to speak.
fucking salty parrot.
Hey guys!
No, put your hand up and then speak.
Put my hand up your arse in a minute, mate. Yeah.
I'm not a puppet.
You could be.
Yeah, if we're going to nickname things, begin with B, parrot, puppet, prince.
Prick.
Predator.
Oh,
Yeah, predator. Yeah.
Who's a
thank you.
predator? Parrots ain't predators.
No.
Unless you're a piece of corn.
So I like the bit where there was a whole group of fans of mine. What's
Yeah.
who else is involved? Any famous names involved?
I only thought so.
No, didn't. Can't think of anyone that could be famous that likes me.
No, man. We've got a few funny names like Gail Platt.
Nice.
Gail Platt is Arthur.
Cheers.
And
Keep going.
John.
John's there, yeah.
They're great guys, though, I think.
If all your fans were as off-putting as this guy, I'd be fucking ashamed of myself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
Mate,
horrible.
no need for hypotheticals. Just be ashamed of yourself. Button in. Yeah.
Sorry, I should have put my hand up, shouldn't I?
The rules were very clear at the
Yeah,
start of what
yeah.
you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Have you been to Edinburgh?
No, refuse to.
Why?
Uh,
That's crazy. It's crazy you come out with that. I still remember seeing you in Edinburgh on a tour show, pal. I've never seen you actually front row in the Marvel movie Endgame. Wee boy weeping. Oh no, don't let it happen like that.
you were following me?
Well, you know, I was trying to get to my guy.
What? Oh, right, okay. Right.
Had to do with,
Why did you lie?
Big fan. No, just
What are you
because
lying for?
man of mystery, innit?
Dishonest parrot.
Man of mystery, innit? Edinburgh's a lovely place. Scotland's a lovely place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to come down here to hear that.
You should be up there hearing it.
You should be going
Oh,
up
he
there.
has to go back to where he came from. Is that what you're saying?
That's not
That's
cool,
what I'm
pal.
doing.
What
I don't
parrot
like
is
that.
I
this?
don't like this at all.
Parrot
This is about
repeating the
it.
thoughts of Tommy Robinson. That's what you are.
Bigoted parrot. That is no good.
No one wants
no
to be a
good
big
at all.
parrot.
That's not good, is it?
Last thing you want. Worst kind of
Constantly
parrot.
repeating, get him out. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
That is horrible from you.
And what pirate ship is it? Just sort of surveying the English lands, are you saying? Going, oh, yeah, get back.
Yeah.
I want to see your papers.
That's me.
I think the young boy I saw in the cinema, loving his movies, is now just a bigoted parrot. What a fall from grace.
What happened in
What a
Endgame
foul
that made
from
you this
grace.
way?
Callad's biggest
Did
fan
it?
is not a fan.
Probably up tears.
Don't care, mate.
Hey, Cad.
Honestly, wait
Wild.
until my biggest fan comes in.
We'll sit here and wait.
Yeah, pal.
Oh, Miles, it's so good to have you as my fan.
Well, it's so good to be amongst
so
you.
weird,
you know.
Yeah.
To be
Weird.
right,
In and
right
amongst
is
me.
Fucking bizarre.
Have you got any?
Callad.
Is there any of his bits that? Well,
Hey,
Fucking
that'll be telling.
But it's tiny, those bits.
have you got any
Right.
favourite bits?
I think when he comes out and he goes, please on the stage, Callad Gale. And he runs out and he goes, it's me, Callad. I don't listen to what he says, I'll be honest. I'm all
Lost.
just watching and watching.
That is how I started, though. I run out, I go,
It's me.
it's me, Alan.
Yeah.
And then
No,
the
sorry.
magic happens.
When he runs out of material, he just stands there for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was lost in translation there.
Luckily, though, that is quite near the start of the set.
It's me.
Surely I've got some fans here. And then upstairs, Miles.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Me and the other ways.
But you don't remember him from that night, no?
No, well, there was a lot of people. There was over or around 8 people there. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to sort of remember
Yeah, it's
everyone.
fine.
But I'm glad to have met
I really appreciate that.
We should
You've
probably do a
you've
photo later, really.
Can do,
Yeah.
yeah. I appreciate you've taken the time.
Hey, no, it's all right. Got nothing better to do.
Are you in the city for the night?
No. I'm staying
You
out of the
fucking off, yeah?
Man,
You fucking off after this, yeah?
Didn't
Pal,
like that.
pal,
Did
yeah.
not like that.
you're coming out with some foul abuse. Quite literally. Oh, wait, no, you're the parrot. You'd be the foul, if that works. Oh, God, sorry, I've embarrassed you, Callad.
No, not at all.
No,
No,
embarrass
it's always
himself.
nice to. You know, I've never had a fan, and I've always wondered what they would be like.
Oh, Callad wants another one. Like DJ Khaled.
Yeah,
Another
that's
one.
good,
yeah.
Wasted on these guys.
Yeah, that's
Wasted.
good. No.
Bigoted parrot doesn't like the wee foreign DJ, no.
He likes Chris Moyles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do, to be fair, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Radio X.
Stupid parrot.
What side are you on?
Should we do a quick 10 seconds of stand up now so I'm there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Give him a
Yeah.
topic, boys.
So-
Give him a topic. He loves this.
Pirates.
Need to crowd work. Crowd work with the parrot.
So, hi, what's your name?
My name's Max. Don't wear it out.
God, this is the sort of audience I had at that gig. Very difficult, but
Yeah.
I'll always find a way around them with my crowd work.
Oh, it's going to be hard to get around him. Fuck off.
Whoa.
What is he shouting at?
Yeah,
Man?
don't like that.
Go on.
Put your hand up if you want to speak.
Oh,
This is
it's
a
hard to get
comedy
around
show.
him, isn't it?
What do you do for work, Max?
I am a manager at a comedy club.
Ooh, yeah. Probably like this then, don't you? Probably seen a lot of this sort of stuff. He's loving it.
Yeah, knocking on the door,
Aye,
trying
he's
to
Gallagher.
get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting it live in the flesh. Getting to see this.
Callad.
You'll be getting live in the flesh, pal.
Do you want me to do my catchphrase? It's me, Callad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been over 10 seconds.
I mean, this is
Well, you
Whoa.
should be really, really proud to have seen such a long set from the boy.
It's weird that no one applauded, isn't it, at the end of the...
Oh, my hands were busy going up
Yeah,
to
thank
get
you.
permission to
Really
talk.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
A bang average, pal.
Have I lost you?
Fucking mid.
They do say never meet your heroes.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why you're knocking out his parrot, pal.
Yeah, Joe, I'm a bit sick of
Chatty parrot.
it. Yeah.
Whose shoulder he been on, just yakking.
Yakking on a podcast. Whatever next.
Yakking hate.
Fucking hell.
I'm going to get off now.
Well, thanks, Miles.
Oh, Miles,
that was really,
I live
really
miles
wholesome.
away.
Yeah. Same
My
joke
favourite
again.
part was when you were stood over there in the corner.
Give it up for Miles, everyone. What a man.
Yeah.
What a man.
I know that didn't go well for you.
I think it went really
I
well.
thought
for
you
me.
came across really well.
No, I
Yeah.
think that went really well for me.
Right. You didn't like him, did you?
I thought he was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really liked him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that we get a wholesome moment, you know.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
Normally.
I thought...
My main issue is Callad.
Right.
yeah, well, because
Because
the name's a bit
I think
foreign.
Callad's,
Mm.
you know. Hello, mate.
Hey,
You
Hey, mate,
okay?
you just missed Miles.
No.
Yeah, great guy.
Mm.
Didn't sound it.
Great guy.
You okay, Max? You seem a bit put out.
Yeah, look, you know, it's
Put your hand up before you speak. Sorry.
hand up where?
My arsehole.
Right.
Okay.
Could you two leave?
Sold.
Sorry.
There'll be a lot of talking going on. I will say that it's been a good, nice podcast just chatting.
It's been great with Callad.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Callad, would you ever
guys.
come back and speak to
I'd
us?
happily come back if you'll have me again. I'd love to come
Gallic
back.
Gale, everyone!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very
Yeah.
kind.
Callad, where can people find you?
What, me? Just
Your window
Edinburgh.
open?
Edinburgh.
Miss Lee.
Instagram's the main place to follow me.
Nice.
At Callad Gale.
Wow, you got that?
Yeah, got that.
How are we spelling it?
So we're again, what? Because it's an unusual name. You bloody hate it. That's how that feels. That's how
not
that
good, that
feels.
We're done with the character bit.
No, there's
move
no
on
character
from that.
here, Max. I took it very personally. No,
Good.
To spell that is CALLAD GALE.
Wow, there we go. Callad Gale.
There we go.
Be joined by Ethan James.
Ethan James.
He plays games.
Oh.
The referee complains.
Look at that.
Build on it week by week.
Yeah.
I can't wait to sneeze.
Do it now.
Max Smith, Tom Looney, Callad Gale. We'll see you next week. Arrivederci, or as they say in France, un bon.
Unbomb.